Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, being that I haven't uploaded for a little bit and I've got 4 videos in the making at the moment, and 3 of them is a 3-parter. I thought I'd make this little video because I wanted to talk about, again, GENSHIN Impact quite a bit more on the channel. Now, I've been trying to play Genshin on my phone for a bit now, but even though it's very good on your phone, you'd want to play it on a console or something like that because bigger screen, you can actually have a controller in hand, and less laggy and less pixely basically, and looks a lot more nice and clear on a TV if you're playing on a console. Now, when we talk about consoles for it, or PCs or phones, at the moment you can get Genshin on PlayStation, you can get it on computers or laptops, you can get it on Android phones. I don't know about Apple phones, I know you can get it on Android phones. But 2 years ago, in January, so it's just past the 2-year anniversary now, they announced on a Nintendo Direct that Genshin is coming to Switch. Now, this was due 2 years ago now, so you would think it would be up on the Switch by now, or at least put it, put it on the OLED Switch, basically, because that not long came out, and that has got quite a few upgrades to the Switch than the original Switch. Even though I have the Animal Crossing one, so that was near the end of the version 1 Switch. You can call the OLED Switch version 2, really. So my Switch is the end of version 1, I'd probably say. So you would have thought with better graphical upgrades, a bigger screen, basically smoothed out all the creases that version 1 had, that it would come to OLED. Now, that didn't happen, and so what are they doing? Are they waiting for a new version to come out? Because we could have a newer version at the end of this year. It's only February now. But why are they waiting, or what's happening to the game? Because they uploaded the video 2 years ago, and it was on the Nintendo Direct, if I was right, of that year or of that month. Because they probably did 1 or 2, maybe 3 that year, and yeah, you would think after 2 years of development and things like that, it would come out. But then you think of some console games like, well, let's just say you had this mess of a game that come out, and bugs everywhere and things like that, and you couldn't play it. And that, I think that had, what was it, 8 years in development or something like that. Anyway, looking on a reason people be a part of that. But Cyberpunk, when it came out, it was basically unplayable. If you see in the compilations of all the mishaps and things like that has happened in that game, you'd want it to have another 5 years of development before it came out. Maybe even longer with how bad it was. Now, maybe they're having a problem getting it from the phone to the Switch or from the PlayStation to the Switch. But I do feel like there wouldn't be that bad of a that bad changes over from the PlayStation, which can probably take it quite easily, to the Switch that, as I might be wrong, but I think it has Red Dead or one of them sort of games on, which are for consoles, but the Switch can take it on, even though it doesn't look the best. And if you can play it on phone, where the graphical difference can be very blurry and very laggy. That's what I do when I play it on my phone. I would love to play it more on my phone, but I want to wait until it's on Switch. And I've been waiting 2 years to play it on Switch now. Now, this could either be one or two things. It could either be that they're still working on it, and they're still wanting to try and release it, but they're having trouble, or it's not coming to Switch at all at the end of the day, where I don't think a lot of us want that at all, really, because I know there's a lot of fans that want it on Switch, because it would look fantastic on Switch. So, give me your thoughts. Do you think it's coming to Switch or not? Because I think it will come to Switch, hopefully by the end of this year or the start of next year now. Because every month they keep waiting and losing. They're losing people wanting to buy the game. People will lose interest of it. But you do have people like Game Theory and other YouTubers that do keep uploading videos about the game, which hopefully will keep people interested. Like, I'm making this video today because I've just watched the new Game Theory, which was about Genshin, and watching it wants me to play the game, but I don't want to play it on my phone because it's so laggy and not the best with graphics. Even though you can turn the graphics down and things like that, which make it play a lot more smoother, you don't get that feel like you do with like Breath of the Wild, where when Genshin came out, it was basically called a Breath of the Wild copy, even though in some aspects Genshin looks better than Breath of the Wild, in my opinion. Definitely when it comes to some of the monsters and the layout and characters look a lot better in Genshin than Zelda or Breath of the Wild, I should say. So yeah, I think it will come to Switch. I think by the end of this year we might have an update. Maybe because we should have it. I think E3, isn't it? I think E3 is April, if I'm right. It's either April or June or July. I think. So yeah, I really hope we get something about it, because I want to play the game, and really they're losing money and players the team who make against us, because I'm waiting for it to come to Switch, and I would pay money for it on the Switch because I know it's free on Android and things. I don't know about PlayStation. It could cost 10-20 quid. Maybe a full price game is 50. Um, but I would pay that 50 for Genshin on Switch, and I know quite a few other people would as well, because it would look great on the Switch, and it's a game that a lot of people are wanting. Like we had the Nintendo Direct the other week, and we got Nintendo Switch Sports, we got Xenoblade 3, and we got the new Mario football game. Now, yes, them three are probably going to be quite good, but really, we didn't need the Mario football game. We didn't need a new Wii Sports for Switch, because you got Mario Tennis, you've got people have still got their old Wii's, so I know I have, to play Wii Sports, things like that. And looking at that new Nintendo Switch Sports compared to the Wii Sports, it doesn't look as good as the original Wii game. But what I'm trying to say is they've went and spent how much time and money making them, where really they're probably not going to get a lot of buys compared to a game like Genshin Impact, um, or some other indie games and things like that coming out. Because I don't know what you think, but sports games on consoles don't seem to do that well as they used to. I know that EA have lost the license to FIFA, and I've noticed that sports games that they don't do as well. Like if you go into, if you live in the UK, a game store or a CX store, or if you're in America, your ones there, I don't really know what they're called. I know one's GameStop. But you see a lot of sports games, and you see them done every single year. Same with wrestling games, they're done every single year. And as soon as the next year one comes out, there's not a lot of changes to it, and then the prices seem to plummet in second-hand game stores, basically, and just plummet, because nobody wants them, basically. I know there's certain people who do like the sports games, but not a lot of people do anymore. Like, I'll use Simon as an example. They started off doing a lot of FIFA pack openings and things like that, and that was quite a big thing back in 2013, 2014, around that time. But look, now you barely see anyone do videos on FIFA and things like that, because it's not interesting it anymore. So why spend time making all these sports games and things like that? Focus on games like Genshin that really deserve to be on Switch, compared to football games that don't really deserve to be on Switch, or really they don't deserve to be on good consoles now, because they're just a carbon copy of the last game that came before them. Unlike Genshin and Breath of the Wild, they deserve to be on Switch because they look so good and so much effort has been put into them. Like football games now, really. Compare FIFA 21 to FIFA 2020 or FIFA 2022 now. I bet you there's not a lot of change to them. That might be a video in itself. What changes have been made over the last 3 generations of football games? But we'll stay on topic with the GENSHIN game. They deserve to be on Switch because of how much effort and story that goes into it. So yeah, let's hope it comes to Switch this year or this start of next year. Maybe for the 3-year anniversary of it being announced in January 2023, we might finally get it. But let's hope. Just keep your fingers crossed. Keep badgering Nintendo, and I'll keep forgetting the name of the company, but you can probably find out quite easily. I think Ahego or something like that. Just keep badgering them and telling them that we want the game. Because that's what we need to do. We need to show them that we want this game and it's something that won't be a flop. And it will basically succeed on the Switch. Just like it succeeded on phone, on PC, and on consoles. I'm guessing it will come on Xbox as well, because there was some pictures coming out of, I think it was copyright stuff or something like that, and it did say Xbox and Switch. So it might, you never know. If it's being shown on the copyright stuff that it's on Switch, then just fingers crossed we will get the game. So that was my thoughts on. I might not have made sense going on the football rant thing, but my overall point is the game deserves to be on Switch. And if you keep asking and wanting and showing that the game is loved and that the game should be on Switch, then maybe Nintendo and the creators of GENSHIN will listen. Hope you guys enjoyed this as a little change. And the 3-part series of some pack openings will be up very soon. I've just been a bit lazy editing these 3 videos down, and the 4th video, which is the Nintendo Direct that came up recently, that being not that good, very demotivated me, but there will hopefully be a video up about that soon. And if you do want to check out another video of our Nintendo Direct video, if you are new to the channel, you probably won't know this, but if you have been on this channel for a bit, and if you know the podcast that I do, you'll know Liam, who also is the guy in charge of the gaming channel. He has uploaded a Nintendo Direct video, so definitely go and check him out, and his video link will hopefully be in the description, so go and check that out. Thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon, hopefully. Goodbye.